Hello and welcome to my twin flame journey. I am Shine, and this is going to be the weekly reading from January 21st until the 31st. Considering there was only a few extra days left in the month, I made it longer than just the 7 days. So it will cover from the 21st until the 31st. Also keep in mind that these readings are general. So take what resonates and leave the rest. Also keep in mind that masculine and feminine stand more for energies than gender. So again, whatever side resonates with you, that is your message. Also, please like, subscribe, and share if you haven't already. And what else was I going to say? I will do the separate signs for the month of February, but I do not think that I will continue to divide them into all 12 signs for the masculine, all 12 signs for the feminine, just because that's 24 videos and it does take a lot of time. So I will just do the 12 signs and you'll decipher, which is you and which is your partner within that. I think that will make it a little bit easier for me to get those out to you because it's not so many. But do look for those along with February's reading. That'll probably show up within the next week. What I have here is what the masculine is thinking and what he's hoping for, what he'd like the feminine to know, and what advice the universe has for the masculine. Same things are for the feminine. This is the overview of the situation that they're dealing with, and this is advice for them both. Now, the overview of what they're dealing with is happy, as well as observer. Now, this I will read from the book what it says, but basically it's trying to be in the moment, trying to be happy in your life, regardless of the things that might be transpiring. Try to approach everything from an observer standpoint, which makes it so that you're less attached to outcomes. You're also not projecting things from the past into the present or onto the future. And here comes the truck. What perfect timing. What perfect timing. I will continue, but if I feel like it gets too loud, I might have to start over after the truck has passed. But basically, that's what that is saying. And then, of course, the hamster is chewing on the cage and running in the wheel. But I'm trying to be the observer and just let things pass without putting too much attention to it. But let us see what these cards say. Joy and contentment, a sense of fulfillment, a feeling that all is well. Your desires are effortlessly fulfilled now. Find joy in the present moment, whatever is happening, and be satisfied with things as they are. You're free from the shackles of longing and able to experience the liberation that comes from actually being happy moment to moment, for you have chosen happiness over yearning for it. Now is the time for feeling joy for the sake of joy. I apologize. And experiencing contentment. None of this is because of something outside of yourself. Your happiness is a result of your being at one with Spirit's plan for your life. All is well. The tide is in for now. Enjoy playfully splashing in it. So again, it's about trying to be present despite what's been going on. Because again, the happiness that you seek has to come from within. And it's not dependent on anything outside of yourself. It's not always easy, but it, of course, is the recommendation. And then, observer. Oh, wait a minute. Should I have 1 second? We'll read the relationship part of this too. There are moments in a relationship when you feel just good about whom you're with, and you know that your heart is wide open to befriend, to love, and to take care for another without wanting anything in return. This is the kind of happy that you just want to share. The appearance of this card in a reading tells you that joy and contentment are here now, not somewhere else or off in the future. The grass is greenest right where you stand. Be grateful and delight in your relationship, and if you're seeking one, be happy now. Happiness attracts more of itself, like bees to honey. Okay? And then the observer. Perspective, objectivity, neutral observation from a distance. Most people see the world through a personal lens. They closely identify with their feelings and experiences, so much so that they come to believe that these are the only reality. There are times when you need distance in order to gain perspective and understand your circumstances from a more neutral vantage point. Now is one of those times in your life. This is a perfect moment for you to begin to do some exploring. Instead of only considering yourself, consider what you need to understand about the conditions, people, culture, and environment you're engaged with now. You'll be so happy you did. Illumination is the miracle you seek and will indeed find. So as we've seen repetitively, they're trying to encourage you both to let go of fear, let go of expectations, let go of worry, let go of the past, try to be present, try to look at things from the observer perspective, try to see both sides of a situation. And again, and not holding on to any kind of idea of what you think something should be, and just allow it to become on its own naturally. So the masculine, what he's thinking is change, power, growth, patience. So obviously the masculine is, wanting things to change. He's wanting both of you to have grown from this experience. He's trying to be patient, trying to understand that patience is involved in this situation. Again, not wanting to rush in or expect people to just take you back, because now you're ready or now whatever. Allowing people time and space to take in whatever is being presented to them. And again, allowing things to unfold naturally. No pressure, no expectations. But still there is a desired outcome, something that is wanting to be achieved. But also having an understanding that it's going to take patience. Let's see. Whoops. Power, we have dispiacere, which is despair and distraught. Now this could be the overall energy of what's happened between the two of you that's caused this kind of feeling between you both. Or this could be the masculine feeling this way, feeling distraught, trying to figure out a way how to make things right, so that things can change, so that the relationship can grow. Power, we have disgrazia, which is, like the tower. It's like an unfortunate event. Domestico, this is the male servant or the helper. Now, this could have been, a domestic situation, a living situation, or the masculine is trying to find a way how to assist this situation to move forward, because there are regrets about the past, or wanting to let go of the past so that things can turn around for the better. And what the masculine is hoping for is the Lovers, dark-haired woman, and Challenge. So again, just kind of reiterating that the masculine wants things to change, wants things to get better, doesn't want the feminine hating his guts or her guts. Like I said, it depends on, you know, it's not gender specific. But they're hoping to come together and to work things out, to overcome the challenge of a reconciliation, wanting to be heard, hoping to be heard, hoping to be understood, hoping to be given another chance, to be forgiven. Oops. Challenge again, we have regrets of the past. We have Il Ladro, which is the thief. Now this could be, you know, regretful of what was lost, missing someone. And then we have a precious gift. So perhaps, again, the masculine is realizing that the feminine was a gift. And they're missing the feminine, or they realize that they lost a precious gift and they have regrets over that. Because again, not on such good terms with the feminine. But they are hoping to overcome this. So again, it's reiterating what's already in the previous row. Now, what the feminine is thinking is surprise, strength, gain, and peace. So perhaps a message is going to come through. The masculine is voicing the things that he's wanting to say, and the feminine is trying to find strength within to come to her own conclusion about matters, or to figure out how she wants to proceed forward, if she wants to proceed forward, if there can be peace. Because what she's hoping for is hidden enemy, destruction, confusion. Again, it's to come out of her confusion. Hidden enemy could be her own self, not wanting to be her own worst enemy, staying in her shadow side. Or she's hoping that it's the end of this person's shady behavior, the lies, the deception. You know, uncertain if something better can be built this next time around. You know, there is confusion here, but she's, again, trying to figure out how she wants to proceed, what she wants to do. Surprise. We have Hymeneo, which is strong bond, union, marriage. Could be a soulmate relationship, you know, a twin flame relationship. But the surprise is perhaps, you know, this person voicing that they want to be in a relationship now, that they want to have, maybe they want to get married. Yeah, Domestico. Hymeneo Domestico on surprise. And then we have melancholia, which is sadness, depression. And then we have la reunion, which is again a reconciliation, a relationship. And then we have falsita, lies, deception. So it's about not really sure what to feel in regards to this, wondering if it's more of the same, wondering if this person is being honest, or is it just more lies, and there's a sadness to that, because for so long, perhaps the feminine was wanting that. And now, since it's coming to her, she's sad at the simple fact that she has to question it. And it's just, she's at a crossroads because she doesn't know. But this is what they're trying to say. Just take what you've learned. It's good to be cautious, but don't be overly cautious. Don't sabotage a possibility of something because you fear it's going to be more of the same. Now, could it be more of the same? I mean, of course, it's not to say that things will not come up in the future. Think this way. How hard is it for you to change something about yourself? How many times have you started and stopped and started and stopped because change is difficult? So if change is hard for you, we cannot expect someone else to be 100% changed, or to think that some things may never repeat. Although a person could be committed to change, a committed approach to wanting to make things better the next time around. But again, people are human. So that's not to say that there will never be mistakes again. There will never be a lie again. Who's to say? We have no control over that. The universe doesn't even have control over our free will choices. But again, it's the crossroad decision. Do I take a chance knowing that it's never going to be 100% guaranteed? Life is not 100% guarantees. It's taking chances, taking risks, but trying to be discerning, trying to be wise, having boundaries as a way of protecting, but not so much so that you've built a wall up where nothing can get through, because then you might also lose out on experiences that are either meant to teach you more things, to test whether or not you've learned, and perhaps the outcome can be something beautiful. But if you let fear control your actions, you might miss out. But you might experience some more of the same. Either way, I'm going to say it's meant to happen, but we can't hide ourselves in a tower to keep ourselves from being hurt. We can decide who we want in our lives and who we don't want in our lives, if we want to take a chance or if we don't want to take a chance. But Spirit is saying that although there are no guarantees, this is an opportunity to see what might be, or if you both have learned, if this can become something great. And again, not putting expectations on anything. Take things slow and see how it goes. Too much wanting to control the hows, the whens, the whats. It's not allowing the energy to flow freely. the energy also too of cycles ending and new ones beginning. Because when you hold on to that, you're still holding on to the past energy. So that's why they say, happy, happy, be the observer. You know, protect yourself again, but don't do it to the extreme of possibly missing out on what might transpire. It might be something wonderful. So let us see hidden enemy. Oh, look, Belvedere, have the foresight, be able to look towards the future in regards to love, because this is what she's hoping for. So again, she's trying to see the possibility. There's confusion here. You know, she's wondering if she's got a hidden enemy still. Someone who's going to hurt her again. But, you know, as I've said, in life there are no guarantees. And we can't protect ourselves from being hurt, whether it's this person or somebody else. It's just, again, trying to know yourself. Trusting your intuition. Again, taking what you've learned and applying it. That's all you can do. That's all you can do. And what the masculine would like the feminine to know is getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. Playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. And then honeymoon. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. As I've mentioned before, this reminds me of the Six of Swords. Leaving the past behind, moving on to better things. So this is what the masculine wants the feminine to know. That this is what they want. They want to try to get to know you again. They want there to be some lighthearted exchanges between the two of you to move on from the troubles of the past and to give this another chance. Now, with the feminine, my sound cut off again, quite annoying, but let us get back into it. What the feminine is wanting the masculine to know is release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy, passion, allow your heart and soul to sing with joy, and separation. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon. Now, when I asked why separation, we got choose a new direction. So this is telling me that, again, the feminine is struggling on what to do. Should she let passion begin again, or should she release the ex altogether? Should she just try to release the past? Could she try to look at the separation that has happened as a necessary thing because there was a lesson that needed to be learned on both sides? Otherwise, you were just going to be in a karmic cycle with people doing the same things that they were doing and getting the same bad result. Wondering if she should remain separated. Wondering if she should choose a new direction altogether, or try to choose a new approach, a new direction with the masculine, seeing if they embark on a new path, whether that be starting out as just friends, whether that be accepting some offer, perhaps some kind of business opportunity, or, you know, relationship offer, whatever it is. She's trying to, again, weigh out her options. She's got confusion here. She doesn't know what to do. She doesn't know which direction to take. But she's thinking about it. She's trying to come to some kind of conclusion for herself. And the universe's advice for the masculine is recovery And the advice for the feminine is listen to your intuition. Which, again, the feminine isn't sure if intuition or fear is playing a role now in her decision making. Because fear can look a lot like intuition when bad things have transpired, when there's been hurt involved, when trust has been broken. So the initial reaction would be walls up, sword in hand, ready to cut through the bullshit, ready to attack, ready to defend oneself, like a wounded animal, basically, approaching it all from that standpoint. So again, the feminine is needing to dig deep and try to discern what is intuition and what is fear. Which one is the driving factor here in regards to the decision that the feminine is needing to make, the contemplating that is happening. And for recovery, this is, advice for the masculine to understand that this is what the feminine is going through, to understand that this is going to take patience, this is going to take time to rebuild trust, a connection, whatever, especially if you've been apart, depending on what has happened. So, just like it says up top here, try to be present. Try to still focus on you, your own personal growth, allowing things to flow naturally. Don't be so closed off to the idea. Try to be an observer, letting things unfold again naturally, allowing this person to kind of prove themselves before you jump into anything so that you feel safe enough to open up. But again, don't have the walls so high that this person can't even reach them. But again, it's up to you. It depends. Everyone's situation is different. This side here might have been very traumatized by what happened. This side here might have developed post-traumatic stress. So that's like telling the soldier, to go back into war. But just try to use the knowledge that you had before. Sometimes that doesn't work. It depends on everybody's situation. Like I said, these readings are general. So it's a tough thing. It's a tough thing for the feminine right now. Because again, maybe they had been waiting so long to receive whatever this side is now willing to offer. But they went through so much and now they question it. They question its authenticity. They question this person's motives. And there is sadness around that because it's not so cut and dry. It's not so black and white. It's not so easy to say, oh yeah, well, I'll just jump back in, because again, there is fear here. No one wants to go through what they went through before. So in some of the feminine's mind, they might be more open to somebody completely new. And yeah, that person might hurt you down the line too, but they feel safer going that route than jumping back into something that they know was a certain way. And that's why they say it's going to take patience, because people need to prove themselves. And people have to be willing to prove themselves and not get annoyed that they're having to. It's about seeing both people's side of the story and understand that if you were in this person's position, how would you feel? And have compassion. We'll get to that here. It's having compassion for yourselves and having compassion for each other. Letting go of expectations. And just be open to the exchange. If you can. If you can. And then the advice for you both is free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. Love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. And then you had compassion. I see and feel others' points of view with forgiveness and kindness. And then watched over. I allow myself to feel safe and enjoy my life, knowing that heaven is watching over my loved ones and me. And especially if this is a divine union, this is a twin flame situation, you know, a life partner, soulmate, whatever it is. Know that you're being watched over. Again, trying to be compassionate because you're both on a journey. And the journey is the discovery of self. Getting rid of illusions that you hold within your own mind. You know, everything is a learning experience. This Free Yourself First, I had read from it over here. But because the tape got all jacked up, I have to do it again. Free yourself. Like the unicorn in the image on this card, you may be feeling trapped. Perhaps you've relinquished control to someone else, or maybe you feel smothered in your career or relationship. As you tune into yourself, you'll sense the specific areas where this message applies to you. You can even ask yourself, in what ways do I feel limited or constrained? Trust the answers you receive. This card comes to you from the romance angels because they've heard your call for great love, to experience passion, though you must first allow yourself to feel deep emotions. In doing so, you may come up against areas of your life where you harbor discontent. Simply by acknowledging these areas, you bring light to the situation and allow room for the angels to help you. As you commit to taking back control of your life, your feelings will naturally thaw and reawaken. This leads to a greater capacity to love yourself, your partner, and your experiences. So as I said, when you build up those walls, sometimes you're preventing good things from coming through, as well as trying to keep the bad out. And so we can't place ourselves in a tower. Free yourself and allow the ebb and flow of things to occur naturally. Not try to control things out of fear. And that's for both of you. Love yourself first, of course, is for both of you. Maybe you need some time. You got recovery here and separation. Maybe it's like you're both understanding that. Let this ease into it. Love yourself enough to know what you can handle and what you can't handle. Don't rush. Don't be forced to rush. Don't feel pressure to rush. You know, have compassion for each other in this situation. And then we had let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others, as well as calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmation, and visualizations help you bring you together. Sorry if I stumbled. This, of course, falls in line with what I said before. Perhaps someone is trying to get in your good graces again by making some kind of offer to help in some way, financial, career, whatever it is. They're trying to find some common ground where maybe the two of you can connect again. You know, and it's about calling in your soulmate. You know, your hearts are calling to each other because there's something that needs to be healed here. Or for some of you, you might feel like that, you know, they're saying, you know, let your friends, you know, help you to get through this so that you can call in a soulmate. If you decide that this is not the person that you want to continue with. I said it's all a personal choice. And then we had feminine. I allow my feminine nature to shine brightly as a part of my identity. I will read from this. And then we have integrity. I trust my ability to know what is true for me. Mother Mary demonstrates that you can be simultaneously feminine and strong. Her sweet and loving nature is balanced by a clear vision of her duty to God's will. Whether you're a man or a woman, you have a feminine and masculine nature. This card comes to you as a message for you to allow your feminine side to be more present and accessible to others. Your femininity includes virtues such as nurturing, tenderness, sweetness, softness, and gentleness, as well as receptivity and intuition. In fact, in order for you to develop your spiritual gifts, including intuition, it's essential to allow yourself to receive, and that includes divine messages. So that's what I was saying about falls in line with free yourself. You know, it's just allowing things to happen and not be closed off, not letting fear control your life and your decisions and the integrity. Sorry, I did have the things in here before, but I didn't this time around. You drew this card because the situation you're asking about involves someone's integrity. This card comes as guidance to pay attention to your body's signals because you can sense whether someone is being honest. Mother Mary is a wonderful role model of gently and lovingly demanding that others live truthfully. You can do the same with the people in your life. You can also avoid those who aren't acting with integrity. Either way, trust your gut feelings to steer you towards individuals who tell the truth and who walk their talk. This card also asks you to tell the truth yourself, even if you're uncomfortable with the possible reaction. Prayer can guide your words, give you courage to speak up, and help create a healthy atmosphere of honest communication. And of course, a lot of the issues here were around dishonesty, lies, deception. So, you know, they're encouraging people to not do that anymore, to live in truth, to speak only truth. That's the only way that you will be able to try to earn someone's trust again. To not be looked at as a liar and an emotional manipulator and anything that's negatively associated with dishonesty. You know, it's about being honest with oneself, knowing what is best for you in the end. And if you constantly feel like you got to question somebody, if you constantly have to question their honesty, then that is not a firm foundation to build upon. Because without trust, there's nothing. And trust has been lost here. So again, be an honest person and you'll better your chances in regards to this situation and in general. Because again, nobody likes a liar. And eventually liars will all end up by themselves unless they lie so well that they convince someone else to believe the BS. But I don't think that anybody is wanting to live their life as a liar. I think that people have come to an understanding that that self-serving behavior or dishonesty is not a good thing. And that was a lesson that was learned for the masculine. And now it's the feminines just trying to discern whether or not the masculine has learned that lesson, whether or not whatever that they're saying to them, are they being honest? Or are they looking to serve some kind of agenda again? Are they, this is the dilemma, people. And on that note, I wish you luck. I wish you love and light. And sorry that the thing cut off. And now it's probably even a little bit longer than it was before. But we try. Hopefully it'll get better from here on out as far as my camera. But good luck. Be wise. Be truthful. Be patient. And try to be open to possibilities. And until next time, take care. Bye-bye.